You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Good evening, everyone. For the last time in 2020, that's right, it's Friday Night Rivals. Tonight, live in North Escambia County from Northview High School. I am Christian Garman along with Jeff Price, and tonight, the J Royals coming over to take on the Chiefs from Northview. And Jeff, I always look forward to your insight, but this week more than most, I think, because anyone who watches knows, you were starting quarterback at Northview, so maybe some extra insight tonight. I'm sure you're glad to be back on the old stomping grounds.
Yeah, it's always nice to come back here in my hometown, and very proud to say that I'm a Northview Chief alum.
So Northview's having a very good season. They're 5-1. Jay sits at 2-4, but you were telling me all week this is a big-time rivalry, and I know on a game like this, sometimes you can say the records don't mean as much.
Yeah, and that's typically what it is. Now, obviously, these two teams played each other earlier in the season, where Northview won those won the football game, by the way. But this is two people. Look, two teams. You're talking about Brad, Florida, Jay, Florida. These guys work together. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody hangs out until you hit the football field. Then it's just business.
And Northview won the last time they played a few weeks back. And as you said, it would be extra sweet for Northview to get 2 wins against Jay.
Oh, it's the Battle of Highway 4.
Exactly. But Jay, of course, would love to do something about that. So let's talk about the Northwest Florida State College keys to the game. And we'll start with Jay. What do they have to do to get out of here with a win?
Possess the football. That's all I can really say. Solomon Ransom, their running back, is a talented back, by the way. And you know what? You got to keep it away from this Chiefs offense. They are too talented. But for Jay, look, continue to scrap. That's what this team is known for. That's what that city is known for. I tell you what, if they want to have a chance tonight, you better keep it away from that Northview offense.
All right, so let's talk about that Northview offense. I know you see that as Northview's key to victory. What's going to be the specialty? What are we going to see all night?
They're so overpowering, and it starts with Jaden Jackson, the running back. Folks, you're going to see a special human being tonight. By the way,
well, thank you.
Rushing for over 1,600 yards this season. Last time these two played, by the way, 12 carries for 347 yards and 4 touchdowns. That was just 12 carries, 300 yards. They better find a way to slow him down because you're not going to stop him.
And it's not going to be easy. I would say those are video game numbers, but those are better than video game numbers. So he's going to be fun to watch tonight, no doubt about it. But again, that Jay defense would love to have something to say about that. We're going to see how it all plays out. It's the final Friday Night Rivals of the year, and kickoff is next. We are live and back, and certainly glad you're here, and we really do mean that, folks. As you can see, it's Jay versus Northview. Fun to end the season on a rivalry night. And, you know, Jeff, a week ago tonight, we did not have this game on the schedule. What we thought we were going to have was going to be West Florida Tech at Pine Forest. That game got moved to Thursday last night, which gave us a chance to have another game, and that's why we ended up here tonight. And it's a perfect night to end the football season. And by the way, of course, I just mean our coverage. The playoffs start next week, so there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, and what a great opportunity to come down here and see some 1A football. You know, you typically don't get to come down here and see games like this out here in the middle of the country. But you know what? Two pretty good teams and a really vaunted rushing attack for Northview. Interested to see how Jay is going to slow them down tonight.
And, looks like Jay won the toss, and they chose to receive. We are up and at 'em, folks. It's a fine return. That's Caden Roberson, who ran it back to about the 32, 33-yard line. And he is one of many players, Jeff, that I'm sure will be saying his name throughout the evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we talk about this Jay offense, there's plenty of guys out here, but Solomon Ransom's the one to look out for.
So the Pete Moore starting lineup tells us Kaysen Burkett is the quarterback, and you just mentioned Solomon Ransom, great name and a great back. Caden Roberson, Barrow, Stout, Gandy, Watson, Jackson, Cooley, Nesmith, and Polk making out the rest of that offense from Jay. Handoff to get things rolling. Doesn't get much, maybe a yard or so. And that was Grant Barrow. Yeah,
Grant Barrow coming in, and there's your Northview defense.
Yep, that's Travis Nelson, Chavira, Ward, Johnny Wyndham, another great name, Jamarcus Jefferson, Terrell Briggs, Scott, Cottrell, Brian, Jackson, and Keyshawn Breedlove. Maybe the best name of the night. These some great names up here.
Breedlove is a talented corner, by the way.
Big talent, great name, nice pass, and we're off to the races here. That's Solomon Ransom out of the backfield. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from long, and Jay is on the move out to the 45, Jeff.
Yeah, expect the ball in Mr. Ransom's hands a lot, a whole lot. He is the guy, by the way, 735 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns. he runs this offense. He really is the bell cow for him, obviously playing wing back. He can play halfback. He can play wide receiver. You see him catching the football out of the backfield. They got to find interesting ways to get him the football tonight.
That was my very next question. We'll talk about it here after this play. Going to come right up the middle. Looks like a pickup of maybe 3 for Grant Barrow. So that was going to be my question. When you've got a guy like Solomon Ransom, who is the guy, and everybody here knows it, it's sort of on the coach and on the offensive coordinator to figure out different ways to get him the ball, right?
It is, and it's even more pressure for the offensive line. The offensive line knows that defense is going to try to stop him, and you know, you just got to be that much better at what you do up front. So, look, Jay's trying to get some other guys involved in this football game, and I think that's key. They got to be able to take some pressure off of him.
This time Ransom gets it. And a great defensive play. That's number 50 for Northview. And well done.
Mr. Johnny Wyndham.
Johnny Wyndham.
He will also be the center, by the way. And just throwing this out there, he's one of the guys leading the area in pancake blocks on offense. And what you wonder what a pancake block is, it's when an offensive lineman puts you on your back. So, you know what? He knows how to get his hands on some guys. You see right there, good-looking kid, 6'3", 235.
Yep, that's a big boy and a big loss there for Jay. And that was Solomon Ransom, who was in motion, took the handoff, and lost a couple. So now 3rd and 11.
One thing to notice when you're playing this style of football, you're not going to see the big 300-pounders you typically see in 5 and 6A football.
Oh,
boy.
Kaysen was wanting to find Solomon. He was not open, and before he knew it, the pressure was there. And it's another big loss. So back-to-back losses for the Royal offense, and that means it's time to punt. And Northview's going to get their first hand on the ball. Here's another look.
There you go, Aaron Chavira right here. Look at him just bursting on through and getting his hands on him. The young sophomore coming through with a big play. And I tell you what, here we go. Now, the Northview defense was pretty stout right there. They gave up a first down, but nothing else. Now we get to see the Northview offense.
We've got Jaden Jackson and Keyshawn Breedlove both back. And a flag here, so we're going to have to hold on a second. And, you know, we know that Jaden is a superstar, but as you said, Breedlove is also great. Hang on, let's get the call.
Good ball. Encroachment defense. 5 yards, remains 4th down.
All right, so it's the encroachment there, not nearly enough for the first time. They're going to punt. And with that, I was saying that we're going to see Jackson or Breedlove, either one, explosive here, huh, Jeff? He agrees.
Yeah, trying to get some technical things going here.
It's okay.
Oh, man.
We're farther apart than normal here tonight. Uh-oh, that's going to be a block.
Oh, here we go.
And picked up a scoop and carry. That's going to be a touchdown. Just like that, fireworks.
Jamarcus Jefferson.
So, a huge play, just 2.5, almost 3 minutes into the game. The block punt, then the scoop and carry, touchdown. From Ascend Performance.
Yep, your Ascend Performance Materials touchdown. Here's our heating and air conditioning
Great
instant replay.
block.
Great job again. Guess who it was? Johnny Wyndham with the big block. 2 big plays for Mr. Wyndham.
Man, I'll tell you, that's big time for him to get that touchdown that quickly. That's a nice way to start the game.
You see Jamarcus Jefferson will be doing the kicking tonight for the Chiefs.
It's up. Oh. Hits the upright, so not able to convert there, but touchdown for Jay. No, for Northview. 6-0 early in the game. Stay with us, folks.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Well, it's only 7-12. Our game has just started, but already a big play from Northview. Jay was facing a 4th and 9. Tried to punt. It was blocked and scooped up by Jamarcus Jefferson. He took it into the end zone, and he's actually the extra point kicker. He did not convert there, nonetheless. 6-0 now, the score.
It's kicking off, too. He does it all.
Getting it done. Well, you know, it's a good point because you did mention a lot of two-way players up here.
Yeah, they call it the old Iron Man football.
Yep.
And that's what you're going to see when you start playing some of these smaller schools like this. So the rosters aren't as big as some others.
Nice kickoff back down to the 14-yard line. And a nice big hole, too.
It's a great, great return and just what Jay needed to get back.
Sure is. That was Roberson once again, all the way out to about the 45-yard line. So that's going to be terrific starting field position for Jay. And like you said, just what the doctor ordered after that blocked punt.
And now it gets interesting. So, look, obviously the big first down to start the drive. You didn't go 3 and out, but Northview stuffed you the rest of the way here for the Royals. Once again, we talked about you got to get creative with your play calling. Remember, these two teams played a few weeks ago where it was the Chiefs that came out on top by 2 touchdowns. Look, these guys know each other. They've watched the film. And for Northview right here, it's advantage Northview. I think, obviously, when you look at the roster, you look at the man versus man right there, the dudes. Yeah, Northview's got better dudes, but Jay is – let's see how the Coach Kersey and the play calling goes tonight.
Little run up the middle there. Grant Barrow picks up 3 or so. So, you know, Jeff, we know that Jay has Solomon Ransom and Grant Barrow. They're going to be running the ball a lot tonight. What kind of arm does Case and Burkett have? Will he throw it much?
He doesn't want to. I'll be honest. He's got 300 yards passing this season, 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. That kind of tells you this offense runs through the running game, but he can. And I think tonight he's going to have to prove he can throw the football because look at Northview stack in the box. That's 8, 9 guys in the box right there.
Reverse here, but not going to work out. That was Bryce Stout who ended up with the ball in his hands, but he ends up losing a couple, it looks like.
So when you look at this Northview defense, and I talk about there's 8 or 9 guys in the box, what I mean is, look, there's no safety over the top that last play. They are not worried about them throwing the football. They're going man coverage on the outside. Look, man for man. I mean, they're no safety help tells you, guess what, that safety is in the box. So when you see 9, 10 guys in the box, which, look, that's basically everybody except the 2 corners.
Right.
What does that tell you? That is no respect for this Jay passing game. And you know what? So far, so good. But that's what I'm talking about, where Burkett's going to have to throw the football tonight.
Yep, and with that sort of coverage, he may get a chance or 2. You know, could burn somebody. He's going to throw it here. No, he's not. He wanted to. In fact, he wanted to throw it long, but instead he loses about 3 more. So now it's going to be 4th and about 14. And it looks like Jay's going to have to punt again, coming off the block punt just a couple of minutes ago.
Yep, Johnny Wyndham. Johnny on the spot right here. Look at him. Get out of that man's way. Nobody wants to get in front of Big Johnny. And, boy, a couple big plays tonight. Great job for the young man. And you know what? Another stalled drive for the Jay Royals.
Well, early on here, it looks like the offensive line from Jay is just massively overpowered by the defensive line from Northview. Not a good punt either. Going to die at about the 41, and so the line of scrimmage was the 43. So that's a net punt of about 3 yards. So,
yeah, it's not going to cut it. And remember, one of the things that I said earlier on is, look, Jay has played a tough schedule this year. They played Flomaton, the reigning 3A state champion in Alabama, and looks like they're going to vow for that again.
Here's your starters for Pete Moore, and you can see Caden Odom, Jaden Jackson again. Looking forward to seeing that young man all night. Clayton Cottrell, Jamarcus Jefferson, Broadhead, Bryan, Hasty, Wyndham, Nelson, Scott, and Ward, making up the rest of the starting offense here.
There he goes.
There he goes. That's Jaden Jackson, who just like that has big yards, doing just what you'd expect. Got hit from behind, but able to hold on to the ball. It's a long first down after a huge gain, and you know that was a direct snap.
Yeah, just, you know what, go ahead and get it in the hands of your playmakers. Mr. Jaden Jackson, we talked about it last time he played against this Jay team. Well, he averaged about 34 yards a carry. Yeah, that'll knock his average down a little bit here. We'll see if he can get some big plays.
It looks like he's going to stay in at quarterback. Although this time he hands it off. That's Logan Bryan, who gets hit in the backfield, but we do have a flag.
Look like maybe holding. It is going to be holding on Jamarcus Jefferson right there for the Chiefs.
So Jamarcus Jefferson is all over this game. Scored a touchdown, missed an extra point, did the kickoff. Now
holding offense, 10 yards. Remains first down.
All right. Loss of 10, of course, on the hold. Big penalty there. Going to be first and about 20.
Yep, not what you want here. But for the Chiefs, you know, it's a big play offense, and we'll see what they do. I'm expecting them to probably continue their run game. Their rushing attack is very good for Jay right now. They're having struck. Look, the only positive you can say is that penalty for him. Great play by the defense.
So Caden Odom was back at quarterback there. They handed it off to Jackson. He picks up a couple. It's going to be second down, though, and still about 17. Here's your starting defense on Jay. That's Gavin Sheehan and Caden Roberson. Again, a lot of Ironman football here, playing both sides. Toby Mandel, Grant Barrow, Bryce Stout, Luke Gandy, Jackson Lawson, Bray Watson, Rowdy Newsmith, love it, Zach Meldrum, and Logan Murray.
Great tackle right there, by the way, number 25, Bryce Stout coming in there. It's not easy tackling Jaden Jackson, but they're going to have to get tackles like that. Hey, second and long.
Yep, second down at about 17. Jackson, big cut there, nice move. And still on his feet, terrific run. Picks up about 12, going to make it third and a very manageable 5 or 6. Great run there, Jeff.
And it's just simple. Just run the football. You see right here, breaks a couple tackles. The offensive line gets out in front. Look, you see him just punishing.
Just doesn't come down.
Blocker. He's going to break some tackles, that's for sure. And I tell you what, Jaden Jackson, one of those guys, if you ever get a chance to talk to him, he enjoys contact. A lot of running backs want to run around you.
One of those guys?
He wants to run through you, trust me.
Well, he did plenty of that just now. 3rd and 5. Two receivers out wide here on the near side.
Little bootleg.
And Odom going to have to use his legs and able to do it too. On 3rd and 5.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that is unfortunate for Mr. Bryce Stout right there, as it looks like Clayton Cottrell comes in. Watch this block out here. Number 12, watch him. He comes back. He's going to come back into your screen. Number 25, keep your eye on him. Boom. Ooh. That's one you got to keep your head on a swivel.
Looks like we've got a timeout on the field here with 4:43 to go in quarter number 1. Northview 6, Jay nothing.
Watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're live and back and glad you're here. You can see on a rivalry night, no surprise that the J Royals have brought a nice little crowd over with them. Jeff, you told me that would be the case. Again, people want to see this one, especially knowing it's on TV. That probably got people stoked too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And about 10, 15 minutes down the road, right down Highway 4, so not a long trip at all.
It's a long 1st and 10, by the way. And there's Jackson with another big hole and another great run. He picks up 6 or 7. So, Jeff, while we have a sec, let's take a trip here to the Northwest Florida State Sports booth and talk about the fact that it's a big night. We have one play-in game, or do we have more than that? I know that next week...
We only have one play-in game in our area.
Yeah, so that's exciting. That's Washington Milton. You know, I know you were talking a lot about that this week and looking forward to that. And then the playoffs get going. But some big games tonight. You got any scores for us?
Right now, no, I don't. I actually have, look, Booker T and Milton will get started here at 7:30. Remember, Santa Rosa starts at 7:30.
Yep.
Some other games that will be going on tonight that we'll get some scores from. Port St. Joe will take on the Baker Gators. Escambia will take on PHS. And obviously, Pensacola Catholic was supposed to play Gadsden County this week. That got canceled due to some inconvenience here, as we've been used to at this point. And by the way, last night, Navarre took down Crestview 30-13.
So we weren't the only game in town last night.
We were not.
At least one more. We have, as you can see here, a timeout on the field. So just giving you some of these crowd shots on a truly beautiful night here in North Escambia County, up here at Northview High School. Really is beautiful.
I do want to go, and what I was trying to say earlier was, look, this J team, look, Flomaton, your first game, then you turn around and play Baker, and then Chipley. They got a big win against Chipley. Freeport, they were up, and they lost in the last second, 34-33. Then they played Northview, and then they got a win against Lighthouse. So a pretty tough schedule there towards the top for these Royals.
All right, second down at about 4. And that's going to be Logan Bryan, who gets the carry, picked up a few.
Yep, Logan Bryan, about 13 yards a touch is what he averages. Doesn't touch the football a whole lot, but got 2 touchdowns on the year. And by the way, something we got to think about. We talked a little bit about last night in Pine Forest in West Florida. How do these teams approach this with the playoffs next week? Do you go out and do you just four quarters play your guys up there? You're going to try to rotate a ton of guys in to maybe keep guys maybe from possibly getting injured. And for Jay, look, Jay's got to play Baker next week, and for Northview, they get Chipley. So interesting how that's going to play out tonight.
All right, third down and a couple. There's Jaden Jackson, who's got a big hole, and this may be all she wrote. Sure enough, touchdown from Ascend Performance. Jaden Jackson not disappointing early, and it's another touchdown for Northview. That makes it 12-0, and Jamarcus Jefferson going to come on for the extra point. Huge hole, Jeff.
Yeah, great job up front. Look at the hole by the offensive line. Nobody wants to tackle that man, and nobody was even near him. And once again, that is Jaden Jackson's 23rd touchdown on the year as he came into this averaging 12.9 yards a carry, over 1,600 yards. Looks like they're not going to really slow him down tonight either.
All right, so 12-0 for the moment. Let's see if Jefferson can convert this time. It's low and no good. This time wait. It was looked like
good.
One official said up and one said no, but no, it was pulled a bit left. So 12-0 is the score here with 3:32 to go. And Jeff, for Jay, this is a rough start. Getting the punt block immediately, just 3 minutes into the game, they get scooped for a touchdown, and now giving up the drive, and it's got to be feeling hollow already.
Well, you got to wonder, obviously, playing these guys a couple weeks ago, losing to them the way that they did at home, by the way, does that play a role in these guys' minds? Especially when you're down 12-0, does it start to creep in like, do I want to be here?
Right.
Do we really have a shot? Folks don't believe this. If you played before, that has creeped into your mind at some point, unless you just played for a superstar team at some point. But it's going to be interesting. Look, this Jay Royals team is a good football team. They're a solid football team, and they got to find some swagger. But, hey, you got to credit the Northview offensive line. Jaden Jackson could not rush for 1,600 yards by himself. I guarantee you the big boys up front get a lot of credit from him.
Caden Roberson gets another chance here for Jay. Had a great return a few minutes ago.
Uh-oh.
And another really good one here, out to the 40-yard line.
That's going to be 15 yards right there, laid it.
Yeah, there it is. There's the flag. He's 2 yards out of bounds, and they're still trying to bring him down. So a very big return is going to get 15 more yards, and that'll put him across midfield.
Yes, it will, and that's just what Jay needed right here to get this drive started.
Here we go. See if we can get the official call. Props to the crew this year, miking up the referees. It's
been awesome.
Makes a huge difference. Obviously, it helps you and me, but it's much better.
Dead
much
ball,
better.
personal foul, late hit out of bounds, 15 yards from the spot, first down.
Much better for our viewers who don't have to hear us guess.
And by the way, just throwing this out there, I don't think we mentioned it. Remember last night, Coach Rhett Summerford gets the win.
Right.
Well, his brother's the head coach here for the Northview Chiefs, Wes Summerford.
That's right.
Little brotherly love. I know we mentioned it last night, but
No, you're right.
got to throw that out there for folks.
Well, Thanksgiving a couple of weeks away. It'll make for an awkward Thanksgiving dinner if one gets the television win and one does not. So, and that, of course, Solomon Ransom, who takes it up the middle and picks up a few.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Jeff. We're going to have to see Case and Burkett throw the ball. Got to mix things up a little.
When you look at that 3-4 yards and a cloud of dust is what they'll take that all night long. The problem is they've gotten it on first down. It's second and third down that they've had a problem with. Right. So they've got to find ways to move a chains. We talk about possessing the football. Look at this loaded backfield. Maybe this is a different wrinkle we're seeing for the Royals.
And a pick up there of maybe 3 or 4 more. That Bryce Stout who gets the call, going to be third down and about 3, it looks like. Like last night with both teams keeping it on the ground, this could be a really quick game.
Yeah, that's what they both want. Trust me, tonight. But no, for Jay, we talked about it. They want to run the football. Case and Burkett is a good quarterback, but they don't expect him to throw the football. If he's throwing the football more than 10 times a game, that spells disaster
Something
for
has
Jay.
gone terribly
Yes.
wrong. All right, here we go. 3rd and 3. I think he might have
Perfect.
it. A long first down as Bryce Stout able to move it across the 40 or rather 35-yard line, and the chains keep moving too.
I tell you what, looks a bit like an offset I formation
Yep.
for Jay
Yep.
there. And I tell you what, you add an extra blocker in the backfield from a typical I formation. Hey, it's working so far because the Chiefs want to load up the box. There you go. Let's see what happens.
So now to the 33-yard line. And, look, Jeff, we've seen this a couple of times. Jay has moved the ball, and then, things have stopped and they've lost yards, had to punt. But we've seen them have some success, and we're seeing it again here. The question is, can they keep the drive going?
Very true.
There's Solomon Ransom again, who picks up 2 or 3 right across the 30-yard line to about the 29, or maybe right on the 30. Yeah, right on the 30, looks like. So he does get 3 there.
For the Royals, they'll take it, especially if they can possess the ball through the first quarter here. And look, they've got a little momentum.
Yep.
So we talk about it. You know what? possessing the football, possess the football, and guess what? Possess the football a little bit more, because you look at Northview right now, and look, you cannot afford to give up block punts and scoop and score there, but the offense right now for Northview is really tough to stop. So let's see how they continue to approach this, or Northview makes an adjustment.
Big hole there, and it's going to be another nice gain. Not quite enough for the first down, but it's going to be third and about a yard. So Bryce Stout has been getting the call here and delivering.
It's working. And the thing is, they're running typically the same exact play over and over again. But great job by the offensive line of Jay, who, let's be honest, they got bullied the first couple rounds here. Yeah. But you know what, Northview, you better step it up, or Jay's going to make this a football game.
So third down and a couple from the 25-yard line. And we will see at least one more play, because the play clock's down to 12 and the game clock's at 23.
Watch a quick snap.
Yep. Maybe too quick. We could have probably...
somebody wasn't set.
Right.
That's what happens.
False start, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
So Jay cannot have plays like that from 3rd and 2 to now 3rd and 7.
That is a drive killer, especially when you want to run the football and get 2 or 3 yards, 3 or 4 yards a time. Hey, you know what? You practice that quick snap all the time in practice. It's just a little bit different when you get in a game situation, but looks like Jay is just going to take this to the next quarter.
They're not gonna run a play here. As you can see, the clock winding down, and with that penalty, it reset the play clock, so they didn't have to snap it after all. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Northview up 12-0 over Jay, but Jay trying to put something together. They will face 3rd and 7 when we come back. It's Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
All righty. It is Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Rams Friday Night Rivals, and we sure are glad you are with us here at the start of the second quarter. You see the deal. Northview up 12-0. They got an early touchdown off a blocked punt. They were able to scoop it up and bring it in, and then had a nice drive as well, capped off by a touchdown from Jaden Jackson. Didn't convert either extra point. That's why it's 12 and not 14. And we've got some movement here, but they get back in time, so we're going to play ball on 3rd and 7.
You see Solomon Ransom right there, and Northview was ready for that big 3rd down play. And remember, obviously the penalty backs them up, changes the entire game, but I guarantee you right now, Jay is going to go for this 4th down.
So, yep, they had the 3rd and 2, got the false start, moved him back, and now all of a sudden it's going to be 4th and 7.
Passing down? I think you got to pass. And here's the thing for Northview. Now you've got the athletes in the secondary. They got a very talented secondary. I talked about Breedlove out there at corner. These guys are really good, so they're still running that wishbone.
Yep. Here we go. And they're going to keep it on the ground. And a big hole. Oh, man.
Oh, no. Not
he had
enough.
some room there. That, again, Bryce Stout. Looked like he had a huge hole and then just kind of hit a wall after a gain of about 5, which was a nice play, but they needed more like 8. So it's a turnover on downs, and here comes the Northview offense. There you can see Stout.
Just got to put your head down and try to march forward. Anytime you stop like that with Chiefs around the football, they're going to stop you. So, hey, good job for the defense, for the Chiefs, and for the Jay Royals. You know what? At least right there, you got the ball moving down the field. You got a little confidence. You moving. Look, the wishbone. I called it the offset eye. Jack in the booth called me out on. He's right. It's the wishbone running that split back set.
All right, here we go. There's Jaden Jackson. He's already got a touchdown of the night. More nifty moves. This kid's incredible. Another nice play, and he picks up about 9. I don't quite think he got the first down, but it's going to be 2nd and short.
See Logan Murray, number 82, making the touchdown. We'll call it the touchdown saving tackle when this young man has the ball in his hands.
It's rare when literally every time someone gets the ball, you think he might break it. I mean, it's like every time he touches it. It's exciting.
It is. It's a lot of fun to watch.
It'll be real curious to see how much playing time he gets if Northview's able to blow this open a little bit. He's going to get the ball again here. And it's going to be a Pensacola State College 1st and 10 as the chains will move now to the, looks like 41-yard line, I think is about where he got.
And you look at Northview, and it's just simple. Hey, they're just keeping him back there in the,
check that right at the 40.
Call it a wildcat, call it whatever you want. It's they're just loading left, load right, however you want to put it, and let the talented running back run behind those big boys up front.
And that was one of those plays where it looked like he had nothing, and he still got several. You know what I mean? It's like, here he goes again. and kind of the same thing.
Everybody knows who's going to get the football.
Ball comes out, but it's after he was down.
And this is where Northview, by the way, people are like, why don't they try to run outside? Watch it. This is going to wear on you, especially when you get in the second half. These guys just pounding on you.
Look at him, though.
And look, he gets stronger as the game goes on.
Seriously, come on.
But this is where Northview will wear you out and then finish you off in the second half. That's what they do to teams. And that's where for Jay, remember both these teams, they're limited on their depth. They don't have a whole lot of depth, so a lot of two-way players for these guys, and interested to see how Jay continues. They're doing, to be honest with you, they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
They're not giving up the big play tonight so far.
So here we go, Jinx City. 2nd and 4.
Caden Odom's back in at quarterback.
That's right. Going to give it right back to Jackson, who's trying to lunge for that first down and gets it almost exactly to midfield, and that's right where the first down would be. So it's going to depend on the spot, but either way, it's either 1st and 10 or 3rd and short.
I tell you what, I see a lot of Chiefs, by the way.
Oh,
just
check that. They moved
there.
it back to the 49, so it's 3rd and a yard. Go ahead.
Just standing there watching the play happen. And even some of the guys on the offensive line continue to block until the whistle blows. You can open up some gaps here, and that may be why we're not seeing those big plays that we saw. But remember, a few weeks ago, 12 carries, 347 yards from the young man.
Yeah. You're careful there.
A little encroachment.
May be an encroachment situation. If so, it's going to be a free first down. It'll cross midfield, and good news for Northview. Let's see.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So on a 3rd and 1, a 5-yard penalty will do just fine. And now Northview on the move again at the 46-yard line on the Jay High School side of the field.
Well, that's devastating to that defense that had an opportunity to get that offense off the field.
Jackson with a huge hole here. Oh, this could be it.
Boy, that's what happens after a big penalty like that. Typically, you see a big play.
Not going to be a touchdown, but certainly a whole lot of yardage there. Here's a replay from Peden.
You see him, he just reads, puts his foot in the ground, and hits the second gear. Great job for the Royals to be able to stop that from being a touchdown, because, boy, it looked like it was fixing to be 6 points.
Yep, Jackson gets it down to the 16-yard line, and it's a Pensacola State College 1st and 10, that's for sure. So not a 1st and goal, but the 6-yard line is where they get one more first down, as Northview now down to 8 minutes here in the second quarter, looking to build on this lead. And Jackson again. And another big play. Jeff, I mean, it's got to be tiring to, like, literally every single play get the ball and have to fight through a bunch of guys, you know. I'm a little surprised he's getting as much as he is, as impressive as he is, though.
Well, I tell you what, I think last year we had the Northview Baker game here, and Joe Brunson for Baker. If you don't know Joe Brunson, he is the very talented back for the Baker Gators. But him and Jaden Jackson were going at it. I believe Jaden carried the football 35 times. So he's no slouch. He's a grown man back there.
He's like, give me the ball. 2nd and 5. It'll be a pass and a completion. And Pensacola State College, yeah, I think it's a Pensacola State College 1st and 10, which of course this time around would be actually a 1st and goal. Let's see if in fact he got it. That was Clayton Cottrell who makes the catch.
Might be saying Clayton Cottrell's name a little bit later on too.
That's a young man who's obviously talented out here on the field, but also a very smart young man. And we'll tell you more about him coming up. So it is now a 1st and goal, and down at about the 5-yard line. There's Jackson again, not able to get into the end zone, but fights it down to, gosh, what, about the 3 maybe?
Yeah, Bryce Stout there with just wraps him up in the leg, says, hey, guess what? You can't go anywhere if you can't move your feet. So great tackle for the young man. And obviously, look, the quarterback for Northview, I hadn't seen him a ton tonight, Caden Odom. He can throw the football, too.
Yeah.
He's 7th in the area. 23 of 41, though. That's all he's thrown the football this year in 6 games. So, once again, if he throws the football more than 10 times, it tells you a little bit about how the game's going for him.
All right, so 2nd and goal from the 3, and he's going to throw it here. It looks like if he can get rid of it. Just throws it in the ground.
Smart. Very smart play. Great coverage right there for the Royals. And you know what? You're looking for some bright spots. Well, tell you what, they had those guys covered up. So great job right there, forcing the thrown away pass from Caden Odom, and that takes a special quarterback. How many times have we seen a quarterback try to fit that one in there,
yeah,
and it ends up in a pick? Way to fight for the next play.
Kind of surprised back-to-back plays where they put the ball in the air. Yeah.
Could be something they're trying to work on for next week as well, or maybe they're just trying to give Jaden Jackson a little bit of a break.
A breather, maybe so. Would not be surprised if he ends up with the ball in his hands here on 3rd and goal. There he is. It's going to be a touchdown for Northview and Jaden Jackson. So, Jeff, I'll ask you a question here. What is the earliest we've ever declared our player of the game? Just out of curiosity.
Maybe tonight.
Asking for a friend.
Look, you see the heating and air conditioning instant replay. Look at the offensive line, by the way. When he gets the ball, he's already in the end zone.
Yeah.
Those guys have driven the J Royals back in the end zone already. So great job for the Buffet Busters up front.
All right, so that means that Jamarcus Jefferson is on here to see if he can convert here on the extra point. Current score, 18-0 Northview. Going to be an encroachment on Jay. Might get a yard, might just decline it. Doesn't make much of a difference in a situation like this.
Head ball encroachment on the defense. Have the distance to the goal. Still try.
So they'll take the yard. Why not, right?
There you go.
Just
they're going to bring the offense back on and go for 2.
Oh, okay. So it does make a difference. You know what? Touche.
That's why you accept it.
Yeah, seriously, pretty significant actually. I'm still learning. Okay.
Hey, that's a very important 18 inches right there. Okay?
For sure. I mean, change from the extra point to the going for 2. Let's see if they can convert. I bet Jaden Jackson gets the ball. He does. He scores easily. The 2-point conversion is good, and that's going to make it 20-0 Northview here on a night that's going just the way the Chiefs were hoping. So far, a tough night for Jay as they trail big here, 20-0 with 6:06 to go. We're going to take a break. When we come back, though, the Royals get another chance. Stay with us.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're back, and we're certainly glad you are with us here live from Northview High School up in north end of Escambia County. And it's been all Chiefs so far as they lead the Jay Royals 20-0. And remember, Northview does have a 5-1 record, Jay coming in with a 2-4 record. So they've already played once this year. Northview won that game easily. And so I guess, Jeff, it is a rivalry, but so far not a huge surprise in how this is going.
No, not at all. And you know what? Just Northview dominating in the running game. Just seeing the pure dominance over there. I mean, look, for Jay, the defense has been stout for Northview, but last drive they got a pretty good drive going and could not finish it off. That big penalty killed them. So we'll see if they built a little bit of confidence last time around.
And here we go. Nice big hole here. And another terrific. Oh, jeez.
Boy, oh boy.
Good looking run back there, but
Keyshawn Breedlove said, welcome to the party, young man.
Cody Gavin, the man on the run back. We do have flags on the field. We'll see what the call is. That's a, granted, dramatic tackle at the end there, but that's another big run back. Jay's had some terrific field position to start their drives.
Yeah, they really have. Really good in the return game tonight.
Yeah, for sure. See what the penalty is.
Turn, we had a block in the back, receiving team. 10 yards, spotted a foul, first down.
So, the usual call, it seems, on a kickoff, the old block in the back, which you told us last night, you don't get.
I just never understand the old block in the back, and it's right there. Solomon Ransom, number 3, one of their leaders on offense. You see him pushing somebody in the back. I get it if you're trying to protect the guy that's about to get smoked maybe, but on a play like that, just block the man in front of you. Do your job. That way you don't have to turn around and push him in the back.
No doubt.
Because the thing is, you get punished on the field for that, for a penalty, and you know Coach Kersey is going to punish him at practice.
So from the 30, we're going to see it in the air here. That's Roberson on the reception. Pick up a couple, not many, but positive yardage, a good thing for Jay right now.
Got to give Dan Shugart, Mr. Shugart, a shout out right here.
Oh, this will make his night. A shout out.
I know, as if nobody knows.
He is
the
blushing
man.
right now, I guarantee you. What did he do?
No, giving the tip right there that Jaden Jackson and Joe Brunson. Remember, I talked about them earlier about the game last year. Joe Brunson being the running back at Baker.
Right.
Those two are 1 and 2 in the state, with Jaden coming in at 1,625 yards. Joe Brunson 1,610.
So the top two rushers in the state, right up here in Northwest Florida. Not surprising. Some big-time pressure there and a terrific defensive play once again from Northview, and that's going to be a loss of about 6.
Old Johnny on the spot, Wyndham coming through again. I believe that might be his 3rd sack already in this first half. Boy,
he's limping off the field, though. Hate to see that.
Yeah, hope he's all right. Looks like he got a cut on his knee right there.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yep.
That's all right. They'll rub some dirt on it. No, Johnny's had a great night tonight. This defensive line has done pretty well. But look, we got to see Jay throw the football. How about that? I think there's going to be more of that on this big 3rd and long right here for him.
Yep, 3rd down and 15 now from back at the 25-yard line. Got to get to the 40. Oh, a little trickery there. Yeah, and a big play. By the way, yes, it is. A Pensacola State College 1st and 10. What an exciting play that was. A great design. Grant Barrow, the gentleman who carried it over just enough. Watch this.
Was this the old? Was it the Boise State versus Oklahoma play? I think years ago.
Do not bring up the.
Can't remember what play.
I'm a Sooner fan.
Oh well, no, that wasn't that game.
Thank you. It's
hey, great trickery.
That's a huge
sometimes.
conversion.
That is tremendous because there's 4:40 left. You don't give it hopefully back to Northview for the rest of the half.
Yeah, he kept Northview off. Roberson with another catch,
job.
and he's got some room, and he's off to the races, folks. Big play again. Another Pensacola State College 1st and 10, crossing midfield and then some, down to the 35-yard line. A couple of big plays for the Royals here, Jeff.
And throwing the football nonetheless. And look, a great block by number 3 Solomon Ransom as well on the outside. Boy, you see the heating and air conditioning instant replay. Look, wasn't a pretty thrown ball, but look at the block by Ransom, and that's what springs him.
All right, so now down to the 40-yard line. And Jay trying to make this interesting here with 4:28 to go in the first half. This has been a very quick first half, something we saw last night as well. A lot of running, although the last couple of plays have been in the air. As you can see, it's a PSC 1st and 10. This time it's Solomon Ransom who's got some room.
Got an edge.
And he's able to pick up 5 or 6. So another positive play for Jay down now to the 35, maybe 34-yard line.
Continue to get the positive yards. That's what Jay needs right now. And play mistake-free football. What I mean by that is no penalties. Remember, the penalties killed their last drive. Right now, they are rolling, and Northview doesn't really know what to do.
So 2nd and about 5, maybe 4. As the clock keeps rolling. It would be a big deal for Jay to get on the board before the half. Handoff up the middle this time to Grant Barrow. And looks like the chains move again from Pensacola State College. So.
Yeah, got a couple look from the Northwest Florida State College sports desk up here. Milton is up on Booker T. Washington right now, 6-0 in the first quarter. By the way, that's a play-in game.
Yeah, let's follow that all night. That should be really interesting.
Baker's up 12-7 over Port St. Joe. Escambia is up over PHS right now, 3-0. So a couple games going on tonight.
So 1st and 10. Pickup of a couple there. Positive yards, a good thing for Jay right now.
Well, you got to love the fact that you're down 20-0. You could have easily just give up and say, you know what, let's do what we got to do. Let's get out of here and let's go back home and worry about next week. These guys are battling right now. And I think,
you made the point last night is also like we do have the playoffs coming up, so let's work on stuff too. You know what I mean? It's like it's a fine line of let's be careful and let's stay focused here. 2nd and about 8. Going to go to the end zone here. Solomon is, it's picked off. And he's going to try and run it out.
Oh, and he should have just downed it.
It's a terrific tackle from Solomon Ransom after the interception.
Boy, Case and Burkett there. I get what he's trying to do. Go to your big play back, but he just throws it up. And sometimes that'll work, but you better be sure where you're throwing it. As he was, almost triple covered right there. And unfortunately, it's a big turnover. Once again, another J drive that stalls out with they got a turnover this time. So.
And that was Logan Bryan who made the over-the-shoulder catch, and again tried to do something special with it. Looks like, yeah, with 2:35 to go, I don't put it past Northview to try and get something done here, though they have to go the length of the field as they are pinned all the way back here at their 5-yard line.
Yeah, Jaden Jackson's probably back there thinking, hey, you know what,
Yeah.
I could use some big-time yards
You're
to
right.
keep my reputation up tonight, and he's got a lot of field to go with.
And it's a legit threat every time he touches
Every
the ball,
time.
you know, so see what happens. He's going to get the ball here. There is a flag on the play. He picks up about 7, but we'll see if it matters.
You look at Jay. They have 9 in the box for Jay. Obviously, they're worried about one thing and one thing only, and that's Northview running the football.
Offense. Half the distance to the goal. Remains first down.
All right, so got the hold on Northview there. Given their field position, it's a half the distance situation.
And remember,
Down
Northview
to
will
the 3.
receive after the half here.
That's right. So first down and 13 now as they're back on the 3 and the game clock at 2:25.
It's again Jay stacking the box.
There's Jackson again. Another nice gain. Long way from pay dirt, but big offensive play there, and it's going to be second down now, and looks like about 5 or 6.
Yeah, expect more of the same here. Northview probably going to be very careful with this to not turn the football over, especially in their own territory right now.
There he is again. So nothing doing that time. A good play by the J defense. Might have picked up a yard. Third down and about 4 as the clock just keeps on rolling. And you get the feeling Northview's perfectly fine with just letting this clock roll. You know, normally we'd say, oh, they're just running out the clock because they keep handing it off. But they happen to have a superstar, so that's
what they do every single time.
They're going to do that no matter what.
Yeah, interesting.
Now, look at that.
Look at those.
Looks like bubble gum.
You got to like them.
That's a hubba bubba situation, I'd say.
Good old Hubba Bubba.
3rd and 4. Throw over the middle, and it's a catch.
Jamarcus Jefferson.
Oh, boy, this could be
You're
gone,
not going to
folks.
catch him.
A stiff arm from Jefferson.
He has gone to the house,
Looks
ladies
like
and gentlemen.
That's his 2nd touchdown of the night. So on 3rd and 6, sure enough, the fireworks as Northview's able to get the throw over the middle, and what a play from Jefferson, who says, you're not bringing me down, gives a stiff arm, and takes it all the way down. So it's an Ascend performance touchdown. Watch this after the catch.
Look like a post pattern
Watch
across
this.
the middle
Look at
right
that.
there, and
Like,
get
nope.
off of me. And look, he ain't the fastest guy out there, but guess what? He's faster than the J defenders.
He's having a huge night.
He is.
It's his 2nd touchdown. He got the scoop and score earlier in the game off the block punt. And now Northview going to kick it. It looks like they have a different person now kicking the extra point. That number 29, is that what I see?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that'd be Brandon Ferguson. See if Brandon can convert.
There it is. How
It's
about that?
up, and it is good. And Brandon feeling real good about that, no doubt. So now 27-0, another big play. We're going to come back with the final minute of the first half.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
And we are back, and certainly glad you are with us. It's live from Northview High School, and it has been all Chiefs so far, leading it now 27-0. And boy, you know, Jeff, Jay would have loved to stop Northview. They had about a minute and a half, and they started that drive on their own 5. And I'm not that surprised, and I don't think you are either, that they were able to turn it into points.
No, just the way they did it. Obviously, we thought they were going to run the football. But guess what? When you run the football that much, it opens up play action, opens up the passing game, and that's what happened. Great job, by the way. Caden Odom throwing the post route to Jamarcus Jefferson over the middle for 6 points.
All righty. So with 1:01 to go here, we'll see if Jay can do something. Remember, they have had some terrific kickoff returns. Short kick here. Woo. And that's number 5, Gavin Sheehan, who makes the catch and down at about the 32-yard line.
And tackle right there by number 16, Jesse Hughes. Well, here you go. You got about 55 seconds left. You see it right there on your screen for Jay. And they're not built for big plays.
Right.
It's just not who they are. Obviously, they like to grind it out on the game and the run game and try to beat you with some good defense. And you know what? Things have not gone their way, but I think this is more about, obviously, there's plenty of a whole half to play, but you're worried more about next week, and you're playing with pride here. It's a rivalry game. Are you just going to lay down, or are you going to continue to fight? We've seen this offense fight the past 2 drives, but they've gotten no points for it.
Jeff, it's an interesting dynamic. We've talked about it a lot. Since everybody makes the playoffs, it does change, I think, how – got a flag on the play here. Pickup of a couple, but we'll see. It changes, I think, how the coaches are approaching all of these games, because it's not this is the last game of the season or let's play to hope to get in. They're in. Everybody's in. So you start thinking about, do we need to be careful? Should we not try and do it? What do we really want to work on? Because who are we going to play in the playoffs more than who are we playing tonight? It really changes the dynamic of how you plan for a game, I think.
Well, I think it's even more so when you're talking about playing at this level, because
shot block, offense, 15-yard penalty, remains first down.
Yeah, go ahead and let's just say that Jay's going to try to run this clock out, get into halftime. But no, I think, look, when you're talking about the depth, the lack of depth that 1A football teams have, you got to play that even more so, because you got to be very careful with your guy out there. Don't overdo it. Don't get him hurt, because that guy could also play 3 different positions for you, offense, defense, and special teams as well. So we saw Jamarcus Jefferson plays a little bit of linebacker, plays a little bit of wide receiver. He can play running back, and he was the kicker until that last extra point right there, and he's your punter. So you lose a guy like that, you lose 4 different positions.
Yeah.
So there's things to think about for these coaches.
Right, that makes a huge difference. First and very long as the clock is ticking here after the penalty. And it's going to be no gainer, and that is probably going to be the last play of the first half. And it really has been all Northview. You can see the clock down to 18 here. And before we go to break, we always like to have a conversation with the leading coach. And, of course, tonight at this moment in time, that would be Wes Summerfield. So we'll see if we can get him here in a second before the teams start to head in. I don't think we're going to see any more plays, and we certainly are not. So a huge half for Northview as they lead 27-0. And Jeff, I think they're feeling real good about it.
Yeah, but you know, Coach Summerford there's probably obviously things he wants to work on, but hey, you know what? You got to be happy with the score, being up 27 points and also not giving up any points on the other side. So probably a pretty happy coach, but once again, like all these coaches, he expects perfection. So that's what he's gonna expect out of these Chiefs, and interested to see what he's got to say here going into half.
Well, he's putting on the headphones now, so here in just a second I'll be able to talk to him, and we'll get a feel for how he's doing. Hey, Coach, this is Christian Garman. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it. So obviously that's a half I think you have to be very happy with. 27-0 here. Good night so far. Still another half to go. At this point, as we're starting to think about next week in the playoffs, what are some of the things you're hoping to work on for the second half to kind of maybe look ahead?
Yeah, hey, I'm glad you brought that up. I think the biggest thing for us is what we've been trying to do, and what I've tried to get them all week and talk to them all week about, is just putting 4 quarters of football together. And that's something that I've challenged our guys with, especially this week, is let's play a 4-quarter game and let's see what we can do for 4 quarters.
So, Coach, with that in mind, up big, does that mean we can expect to see the starters continuing throughout the game as you try to plan on getting 4 solid quarters?
Yeah, we're going to challenge them to play good, hard football, especially a drive or 2, and see what we can get out of them. And that's what we're going to do in the second half.
Coach Wes Summerford, certainly appreciate your time, sir. Good luck in the second half.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, it is halftime, and when we come back, it's the Levin Papantonio halftime show, Friday Night Rivals. Glad you're with us, folks.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
It's the Levin Papantonio halftime report on Friday Night Rivals, live from Northview High School, located, of course, in northern Escambia County. Along with Jeff Price, I'm Christian Garman. As you can see, the Northview Chiefs having a very good first half, and I'm sure that the principal, Michael Sherrill, is extremely happy about that. And he joins us now. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are y'all doing?
Well, we're doing real well, and I know you're feeling very good about how things have gone here in the first half. And something that I've asked everybody we've talked to during our Barrow Fine Furniture Community Spotlight, because we're usually talking to principals or assistant directors, or I'm sorry, athletic directors, is you've got to be, there were so many questions. Can this season happen? And even if this season happens, will we make it to the end of the season? And here we are. And I know that a lot of folks have worked hard to make that happen. It's got to make you really proud.
Oh, absolutely. I personally am just so grateful that our students and our parents and this whole community and the whole area is able to enjoy high school football, the bands, the cheerleaders, the ROTC programs. And yeah, I'm very grateful that we've had that opportunity. A lot of people have worked very hard, like you said, to make this happen. I know our district leadership worked really hard, and yeah, we're really excited about what we've been able to do this year as far as our season.
I know you are, and unlike any other year, every team moves on to the playoffs, and I know that's exciting. You've got terrific players up here, and obviously Jaden Jackson is just this superstar that the whole state knows about, and I know you're glad that there's more football to come.
Absolutely. Our players, Jaden and the whole team, they've done a great job. You know, obviously we've got Coach Summer's our new coach this year, and our staff have worked really hard, and we've had, you know, a good process where they've come together, and yeah, we've had some you know, fun games to watch this year for sure.
Well, I know it, and this, I'm sure, as far as you're concerned, has been a fun one as well. I've been talking to the Northview principal, Michael Sherrill. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it, and good luck here in the second half.
Appreciate y'all covering the game for us.
Yes, sir. We're glad to be here. Thank you very much. This is the Levin Papantonio halftime show. Enjoying this Northview band. I don't know if you were able to hear it. They were playing the Jurassic Park theme, one of my very all-time favorites, of course, from the great John Williams. So that was a nice treat, and we'll have more music from them here, continuing to provide the backdrop to this halftime. So we move on now to our Gulfside Landscaping A-plus athlete, and this is a segment that, of course, we do every single week. And tonight we honor Clayton Cottrell from Northview High School, and it is an honor to get that distinction, because what it means is obviously you're not only a terrific player out here on the field, and certainly he is, but it also means he's getting it done in the classroom. And as hopefully all of these students know, but certainly most of us adults know, that's really what matters. I talked about it last night with Jeff. I look back on my days in high school and wish I took the inside the classroom part a lot more seriously, but he clearly does, and he's our A-plus athlete, and of course that's brought to you by Gulfside Landscaping. So well done to Clay Cottrell, who gets that distinction tonight. Of course, with 10:35 to go, there is more of the Levin Papantonio halftime show to come. Stay with us here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Yes, I played volleyball at Pace High School, and one thing that I think it helped the most with my professional development was I worked so hard year-round for those 4 years because I did want to play at the collegiate level. So I think the dedication and determination that I had through high school to get me to that level is pretty much what brought me here today. It made me the person that I am today.
This time of the game, you're going to tend to get a little tired.
Wow.
Ooh, nice little spin move there. Check it
Smash
out.
the circle button. Whoa, oh my goodness, where are you going, young man? Michael Zorinsky, goodness gracious.
There he goes again.
Wow.
He just is tough to bring to.
Look
at him,
this.
forget
Look
about
at
it.
this.
Micah Turner with an incredible night. Number 2 to go here in the first quarter, going deep. And I think he caught it.
He got
sure
it.
did. That's
And it's
Aaron
pass
Smith.
interference.
It's a little underthrown, but just a terrific play to go up and get it and pull it in. Touchdown City. Oh
boy.
no. Oh, and look at this.
My goodness.
Right into the hands. Oh, wow. What a play. Touchdown Escambia. How did that happen here? So, nice, but we'll go ahead and punt it. He drops the snap, too. And look at this. The ball's. Oh, my gosh.
It's a pinball game. What in the heck is going on?
It's like, give me some Benny Hill music. That was amazing. First down at 15 now. And, well, they're going deep, and they've got his man. Oh, boy. Forget about it.
And the South Carolina commit right here. Wide open. The edge. Great job cutting the edge off.
Look at these moves.
Don't let him loose.
Wow, is this oh, look at this. Wow. High hurdle. And boing, a collective, whoa. Trophy for Friday Night Rivals. There it is. Congratulations to you, Coach Bennett.
Thank you, guys.
And congratulations to the Gators tonight. And there you can see a proud moment for the team. It took them a minute, but they're pumped now. Congratulations. Coach Wooden.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Trophy to you.
Big Breeze!
I'm Dr. Ben Braun at Restore Plastic Surgery. Here at Restore Plastic Surgery, we support high school athletics because it helps kids develop important characteristics and skills that will serve them throughout the rest of their lives and help them contribute more to our community and society as a whole. One of the most important characteristics of successful people is never giving up, which we refer to as persistence or grit. And high school sports help teach kids that value by forcing them to keep trying and never give up. Another important quality taught by high school athletics is excellence. Excellence does not happen overnight. It takes time to develop excellence or mastery in anything. Another thing that high school sports teaches is teamwork. Very few people succeed or survive in life alone, meaning everybody relies on people around them to get things done and be successful and achieve a common goal. And high school athletics helps teach teamwork and teaches kids how to work with each other in a constructive manner to achieve a common goal.
We're back live here. It's the halftime report from 11 Papantonia. About 2.5 minutes to go here in the half. And Jeff, I know you're ready to talk to Coach.
Yeah, Coach Kersey, we appreciate your time.
Hey, no problem.
Look, obviously being down the way you guys are right now, nobody wants that. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. You guys found some momentum on offense, especially later in the game there. You couldn't crack the end zone. So what'd you tell the guys in the locker room?
I mean, the biggest thing is, we've done a good job moving the football. We've just got to finish drives out. We get down here pretty deep in their territory, and we throw an interception in the end zone, and that was disappointing. But, we're going to keep coming out and try to hold on to the ball here for a little bit and keep it away from them.
And, Coach, final question here with the playoffs next week. You guys got Baker, I believe. So how do you approach the rest of the game with your guys swapping them in and out? Are we going to see the starters for 4 quarters, or are we going to see some subs?
Listen, we are a banged-up bunch right now. We don't have a lot of subs right now. So, you're going to see what we got right here, what we started with, what you're going to see the second half.
Well, Coach, good luck in the second half, and appreciate your time.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And the second half is coming right up here on Friday Night Rivals. Stay with us.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're back, and it's the 11 Papantonio halftime report. Down to a couple minutes here before we get cruising into the third quarter. As you can see there, Northview, the Chiefs had a huge first half, winning 27-0 at this point in time. Jeff, I know it wasn't a real surprise. Why don't we take a look at some of the stats from the first half and see how things shook out there on the field?
Yeah, when you look at this, no surprise. And a lot of those yards for Jay, by the way, coming late in the second quarter. But nonetheless, for Northview, rushing 112. How about passing? That big pass play from Caden Odom to Jamarcus Jefferson. That's a big chunk of those right there.
Yep.
And look, the 0 in the turnover column. You'll take that if you're a Chief as well. And you know what, for Jay, you just heard Coach Kersey come on. They're banged up right now. They're trying to get through this and work with what they got. But the 2 key turnovers is this Jay team was rolling on offense the last couple drives and couldn't find a way to scratch the end zone.
And, Coach touched on that. He said exactly what we had been saying. He said we were moving it. He was disappointed to see, obviously, an interception in the end zone. But yeah, they were moving it. So it doesn't feel likely they're going to find a way to come back and win this game. But it does feel likely they can put a few things together and do something to feel good heading into next week.
It's just simply about pride at this point and getting ready for next week. Like he said, look, they're banged up. And so they're going to work with what they got, and that's all they got. And it's simple. Sounds so simple, but it's tough. Once again, you're playing 1A football. You don't have 60, 70 guys on that sideline. So interesting to see, Jay, if they go back. By the way, they ran that little bit of wishbone. They threw the football a little bit.
Yeah.
They had some success. So you know what? A really good Northview team. We don't have to say a whole lot about them. More for Jay coming back here when you're down 27-0. It's tough, but we'll see what they got.
And I think we have some highlights from the first half, and we can get a look at those. Not a lot of surprises in what we saw. This was a huge play immediately. It was a blocked punt and a scoop and score, and that was Jefferson who picked it up. He had a touchdown at the beginning of the half, and he had another touchdown at the end of the half, but a huge play there. And then, of course, Jaden Jackson here. We talked about him at the beginning, one of the premier runners in the state, and he was terrific.
Yeah, he really was. And look at Jackson again. It's been Jackson. And you know what? Then you have, obviously, a couple more plays. You look on defense. Look at this for Jay. Oh, Johnny Wyndham's going to get him. Johnny, I believe that was his 3rd sack of the night. It's been the case for the offensive line. They held up right here. Hey, look, we're going to go deep in the end zone. Well, it's a pick right there.
Yeah.
Logan Bryan with the interception. And going to try to run it out. Not going to get too far. And then back to work. Caden Odom, post route over the middle to Jamarcus Jefferson. And, boy, you can forget about it.
That was right at the end of the half with under a minute to go. And I'll tell you, the hits just keep on coming because Northview will actually receive. Jay won the toss and elected to receive at the beginning of the game. So with that in mind, it's going to be Northview's ball here with a huge lead. And, oh, they're going to start with an onside kick that actually goes backwards. Never seen that before. How did he do that?
I tell you what, though, smart for Jay to jump on that football. Too many times guys have just given up.
Yeah.
By the way, if Northview jumps on that, they get the football right there. So, oh, man, you would hate to see them scooping, maybe trying to score that one. But, hey, you know what? It's been the way the cookie has crumbled if you're a Jay Royal fan tonight.
Well, it most definitely crumbled there. So, you know, literally that was a buzz. I mean, it went backwards. You know what I mean? It was really something.
Not how you draw it up.
No. Probably wouldn't even occur to you to draw it up that way. So, great field position for Northview to start this half at the 36-yard line, rather. And that's Caden Odom, Jaden Jackson, of course, the usual suspects in the backfield. That's going to go straight to Jackson. And he's got a huge hole.
Play right there.
So he gets out wide. Jaden Jackson with another big play all the way down to about the 11-yard line.
Let's get a replay on this play, by the way. I don't think people understand where that snap was taken
How
from.
far to the side he was.
Look at this.
He's way over there. It's almost hard to tell.
Big time overload to the left there. And it's a foot race. Great job by the young man in Roberson to slow him down, though.
It's a long first down. And, you know, interesting packages tonight we've seen from Northview. And, again, right there here. So, looks like it's first and goal right at the 10.
It's a direct snap to Jaden Jackson.
And that is not a bad idea, and he's going to have some big yards and big enough to get into the end zone. And that took no time at all. 19 seconds into the third quarter, and it's an Ascend performance touchdown for Northview High School, and that's going to make it 33-0. So Jaden Jackson touches the ball twice, gets a ton of yards, and gets a touchdown too.
It's just a simple quarterback sweep. And the quarterback, it's a little bit different when you're in a quarterback sweep with Mr. Jackson. But nonetheless, by the way, he came into this game with 22 touchdowns. I believe that's, what, his third tonight?
Yeah.
Second?
No, that's his third, I think.
Third? Okay, so
yeah.
he's up to 25. He's having himself a good night.
I believe that's his third.
Last time these two played, 12 carries, 347 yards, 4 touchdowns. So he's still got another touchdown he's going to get.
5-yard penalty.
All right, it's a penalty there on Northview, and that's going to put Ferguson back a little bit longer here to kick the extra point. He was not the starting kicker. That was Jefferson, who's had a big night. Jamarcus Jefferson missed a couple of extra points, though, and so with that in mind, they're going to let Ferguson give it a go. He did convert on an extra point a little earlier in the game.
Freshman coming in here kicking? Hey, I like it.
So it's 33-0, and this is actually an important extra point because if they went for 2, that is just enough. It's going to be good. That makes it 34-0.
2 for 2 for the freshman.
Remember, 35-0 would be a running clock, but it's 34-point lead instead, so the clock won't go to running, but we will go to break. Stay with us here on Friday Night Rivals. It is all Northview.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Well, we're back, and Northview is rolling tonight. I mean, 19 seconds in here to the third quarter. They've already scored again. And for the second night in a row, the Kona Ice Truck has made the trek. And it's working out well for them. Not that it would matter if it were cold, because those are tasty no matter what. But it's not a very cool night. It's very comfortable. And got a long line there for Kona Ice.
Boy, I wish I was in that line right now.
You too.
Kona Ice is always a good decision.
You're preaching to the choir. That I can assure you. All right, so Jay would just love to get something going here.
How about that kick?
It's a big kick, and it goes out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty, of course. So Jay will get decent field position, as they have all night. They've had a few drives even, just can't convert anything. But they'd love to change that now. Thought it was interesting with Coach saying, look, man, we're beaten up, we're injured, we don't have a lot of options. You're going to see our team out on the field.
Just see what we got.
Yeah. It's a classic Norman Dale, my team is on the court.
Coach Kersey's been there for a long time at Jay. He's done a good job, and you know what, short-staffed. Like you said, they're banged up right now. I think when you look at this team, they're just trying to find a way to compete the rest of the half here and be able to get out of this unscathed moving on to the playoffs next week.
And I'm just going to have to show my ignorance on this one. The kickoff went out of bounds. It looks like they're kicking again.
They want to kick again. They want to look. They've
So
got,
it's an option?
Yes,
That's
it is.
okay.
Yeah,
That's what I
you
didn't
can take
know.
it. I believe it's the
got it.
35 or whatever
Okay.
it is. Or
I did not realize you had the choice to kick it to have a kickoff again. I thought you just
Jay's
took
had
it.
some good returns, so I don't blame him.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. I have learned something tonight. Yay! All right. This is also going to the sidelines, and we may be kicking this thing again.
Let's do it. I tell you what, if anything, though.
Jefferson's looking over the sidelines.
If anything, this is, if they continue to re-kick, very smart, because that Northview team has run down the field 2 times now. Now it's going to be 3.
Just tire
and
them
remember,
out.
they've been close to breaking it tonight.
Yep.
So, hey, we'll see.
On more than one occasion.
They're backing them up, by the way, as it's 5 yards every time.
I love it. Dude, coach is like, nope, kick it again.
Jefferson, they're probably just telling him kick down the middle this time. Forget about it.
Just forget it. Forget the game plan.
Looks like
Keep
he's going to angle it again.
In the field. I hope he does. The game within the game. He's kicking off back at the 30 at this point, so Jay should get really good field position, if nothing else. Wouldn't it be something if it was a setup for an onside
I know, I was thinking the same
thing. The whole
thing.
thing was a setup.
That's a good one right there.
Yeah, that was well done.
Ran into his own man.
It's a good return, though, and good field position out to the 41-yard line, so that's where Jay will take over. And as you said, they've been taking over around the 40 to 50 all night. They've had some drives. They've gotten deep into the Northview territory, just have not been able to convert, and that's why they have no points here.
Yep, moving the football. We thought it was going to be a problem to start the game there, and they've done it. And they've done a little bit of passing as well. So, you know what? They can do a little bit of everything here, but it doesn't matter if you don't put 6 points on the board.
Right.
They got to play big-time catch-up right here down 34-0.
Mm-hmm. Solomon Ransom, big offensive key for Jay, and he'll probably get his hands on the ball a few times in this drive. As you said, they've used him in different ways. We've seen him out of the backfield. We've seen him catch a pass.
There's that wishbone they had some success with.
This is Bryce Stout, who also has had his hands on the ball a lot tonight. Not able to do much there. Might have lost a yard. If nothing else, might have gotten just back to the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like he lost a yard, 2nd and 11.
One thing you're not going to want to do is, go sideline to sideline against this Northview defense. You're going to want to go ahead and cut through, cut up the field, get north and south, get some positive yards. And you see Stout right there, try to cut back outside. It's just too much speed for this Northview linebacking squad. Jay's just milking clock.
Yep.
I think everybody at this point
is...
Yeah,
not a bad tactic, you know. Let's just stay healthy. 2nd and 11. There's Solomon. He does pick up a couple, but it'll be 3rd and about 8.
And now number 3, Solomon Ransom on the carry.
I like Ransom. Ransom's a good-looking kid for Jay, by the way. It's an interesting offense. You're used to, look, we watched last night throwing the football around the yard. We watched, obviously, Pine Forest run a similar style offense. They want to run the football, and then we saw them pass. Markel Redding last night for West Florida Tech's done a great job. We've seen a lot of really good quarterbacks. And then we do this. We're watching some ground and pound, baby.
Yeah, it's awesome.
2-3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Fun.
It's tough to find out what type of athletes they are, but boy, Jay's got a couple good ones over there.
3rd and long here. I'd love a first down from long and long. Let's see if it happens. Burkett's going to throw it long, and he's got his man too. Oh, man. Just out of the hands of Caden Roberson on 3rd and 8. Not able to complete the pass, and the punting unit for Jay will come back out on the field.
Interested to see if the corner here gets his hand on Roberson's hand as well. The last second, let's see, right there. Couldn't tell. It looks like it's clean though. It's close enough. The ref was right there on it, so we'll trust his call on that. But boy, that was a good-looking pass.
Sure was.
Really good-looking pass.
Nearly a huge play, but not to be, and so another opportunity here for Northview. So 4th and about 8.
Northview's already blocked one tonight.
Got a flag on the play, including one from way back at where Northview was going to receive.
This will probably be on Northview. If it is, Jay may think about going for it.
Yeah, that would make it to 4th and 3, and we'll see. See what the call is.
Got a dead ball, substitution fraction on the defense. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
All right, so it's 4th and 3, and looks like they are changing units. I think they are going to go for it now, Jeff.
Hey, I like the call for Jay, and you know what? let's be honest, you're down 34-0. Let's go out here and work
Yeah.
on a big 4th down play we may have to be doing next week in the playoffs.
So on their own 49-yard line and trailing big, 34-0, Jay going to go ahead and gamble here, like you said, if nothing else, just get a little experience on a big 4th down play. May serve him well next week. If not, Northview takes over with great field position to add to the lead. A high snap, it's over his head, and it's not going to matter. It was 4th down anyway, so it will be a turnover on downs. Well, you know, actually, who recovered it? It might have been just a good old-fashioned turnover, right? Did Northview fall on this and make it a turnover?
Yeah, I think Northview fell on it right here. Let's see if we can get a good view.
Sure enough, that's number 34 for Northview. Talk to me, Jeff. Who's 34?
24 right there, Luke Bridges.
Well, I was asking who 34 is, but
I don't see a 34 on the roster. That's why I went with 24.
You know, my eyes, they're just not what they used to be. It's a cold, hard fact of growing up, I suppose.
I can make up a 34 for you.
Please.
Billy Ryans.
Oh, Billy Ryans.
Good old
Terrific.
Billy Ryans.
He's a good dude. 1st and 10.
Great recovery by Billy Ryans.
Yes.
Throwing the football. I like it.
If he can. He's going to throw it away outside the pocket. And so, Jeff, that, you know, well, they're going to see a flag here. Let's see if they call grounding. No, it's a holding. Holding.
Be on Johnny Wyndham. We've said his name a lot on defense with some big sacks tonight. Going to get called for the holding penalty right here.
It's an interesting call because it was exceptionally late. I mean, you know, it's 8 seconds after the play when he threw that flag.
Yeah, it's interesting how late he called that. But, hey, Jay says better late than never.
Getting back on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay 1st down.
All right, so a big loss there. Let's see if we can find it on the play here from Peden.
See, Odom rolls out right here. Let's see.
Right
Number 50.
there. Yeah, it's a good call. Looked to me like
I don't know if that was a hold, though. So the hold must have been on somebody else. So I apologize, Mr. Wyndham, right there.
Yeah, how about that?
Golly, look at me calling out offensive linemen. Been doing it the past 2 nights.
1st and 25.
Jamarcus Jefferson, look at him go.
And Jefferson just having a huge night, by the way.
Uh-oh.
He's still going.
One man to beat.
He
They're
doesn't
going
want
to get him.
You know, he's something. He just pushes you out of the way.
He's just a big old strong man right there.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, he's not the fastest guy out there. But look at that. And he's just a sophomore. That's the incredible thing. Boy, you know Coach Summerford's got to be excited about this young man.
Yeah.
Great job by the offensive line, creating a tremendous gap right there to run through. Look at him, stiff arming. 1, 2. He's got 3 guys. That's what it takes to take him down.
So obviously that big play is a 1st and 10 from long and long, now down at the 15-yard line. Here comes Jefferson again. Yeah,
Look at
and
the
he's
spin.
with a
The
great
circle
move,
button, baby. Let's
and
go.
he gets into the end zone. What a huge night now for Jamarcus Jefferson. It's another touchdown from a Ascend performance, and that's going to make it 40-0. Huge play there and a great spin move. Watch this.
Watch the circle button. You playing video games, watch it. Whoop! There he goes. He is off to the races. Forget about it. Touchdown. Tell you what, we talk about player of the game. Mr. Jefferson's trying to get his name in there, by the way.
I was thinking the same thing. He's having a huge night. Remember, he got things rolling when he picked up the blocked punt and ran it back for a touchdown 2.5 minutes into the game, then had another huge touchdown at the end of the second half. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, he's been awesome. Jaden Jackson has been awesome. So, a little suspense on the player of the game. There's Ferguson for the extra
3 for
point.
3.
It's just enough. It's 41-0, and it is a big night for the Chiefs from Northview. Stay with us. We'll keep rolling. Coming up next on Friday Night Lights.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
A lot to cheer about tonight if you happen to be a fan of Northview, and I know the man to my right is. He's doing a good job of keeping those emotions in check. But Jeff, you, of course, a starting quarterback, graduated from Northview High School 35 years ago, and now...
Nah, not that long.
Not quite that long ago, but
No,
I know it does make you feel good to see the team looking so good out there.
Yeah, you know, you're a Pensacola Catholic alum, and so we've done some of their games before, and you just get a different feeling. But understanding the bigger thing here is the rivalry between these two schools. It brings back a lot of emotions, and you know what? For Jay, you just got to keep battling here. They've shown some – look, they've had opportunities to go out and score. They haven't been able to do it, but Northview's just continued to shut the door every opportunity they had. So, you know what? Proud alum here and proud of the Chiefs tonight.
Logan Bryan on the nice tackle there. He's another player whose name we've said a lot tonight. They are terrific. They've got some real stars.
And just to throw it out there, by the way, Jaden Jackson looks like he's going to be done tonight. He's got his helmet off. And,
yeah.
Obviously, that's what the playoffs next week is. We're seeing Jamarcus Jefferson play the running back position as well. So
and play it beautifully.
And, hey, Jaden Jackson had a good night. Once
yep.
again, this is a young man that was tops in the state in rushing the football with over 1,600 yards. He had 25, or he comes into the night with 22 touchdowns, leaves with 25 touchdowns. I'm sure he's ready to go ahead and have a long playoff run for the Chiefs.
You can see the score 41-0 Northview, and if you watch us regularly, you know that once a team goes up 35, traditionally it turns into a running clock situation as Bryce Stout gets the carry there. So we anticipate that this clock will not stop again unless Jay, is able to cut that lead underneath that, and we'll see if it stops after that. But for the time being, I think it's just going to keep on rolling, Jeff.
Yep, I agree, and I think we're going to see the Chiefs rotate a lot of players out here as well.
Nice hit in the backfield, but still fights for a couple yards, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3 there.
So we talk about next week. Jay, obviously, they get Baker, and that's always a tough matchup for anybody. We talk about the second rushing leader there in the state. Obviously, Joe Brunson just a few yards behind Jaden Jackson coming into tonight. We saw him last year running the football. And for Northview, they get Chipley, who they played this year already and beat. So state playoffs next week, going to be a lot of fun.
All right, that's 3rd and about 4, and it looks like he fights for the long 1st down. That's well done. Solomon Ransom with the carry. Crosses the 45-yard line to about the 46. It's 1st and 10.
So we talk about, obviously, Northview trying to rotate some guys in here. Coach Kersey told us at the half, he said, I just don't have those guys. And no depth. They're banged up right now, trying to stay healthy moving into next week. And a great run by Solomon Ransom, continuing to battle right there. This is a young man that come into the game with over 700 yards rushing. He's their bell cow, and he's the guy they look to for big plays. So interested to see if he can break a big one here.
We'll see. 1st and 10. Going to get a chance. Look at this. A huge run indeed from Grant Barrow, who gets the edge and gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. So another big play from Jay. We've seen a few of those tonight. It's a 1st and 10 from long and long.
Yeah, Grant Barrow. How about this right here? Just a simple look off tackle and boom.
Yep, takes off.
Great job. That's exactly what Jay needed. But here's the thing. We've seen Jay be able to move the football like this, but they haven't been able to punch it in. Yep. So is this the drive they start to figure it out?
Yeah, we've seen that a few times, like you said. So obviously a 1st down after a big play like that, now down to the 24-yard line. And yes, indeed, they'd love to walk away with a few points here. Don't want to get shut out by a rival. Here he goes again. It's another huge run. All the way down now to the 10-yard line. Yes, indeed. Another big play from Grant Barrow, who's had a couple of nice ones. It's a see where they spot it, whether it's 1st and 10 or 1st and goal.
Great job by the offensive line creating the hole. And, hey, the rest is Mr. Barrow right there just pounding the football down the field.
Yep, down at the 12-yard line, not the 10. So, of course, that makes it 1st and 10 from long and long. And Jay with another opportunity to get some points.
Boy, they desperately need some points.
Just
for a confidence boost for these guys. They've been battling all night long, short-handed, and guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody feels sorry for you over there. So for the Royals, they got to find a way to punch it in.
All right, here we go. Oh.
Some confusion for Jay, and they're going to take a timeout.
Looks like they're going to take a timeout here. Want to make sure they have all their ducks in a row because they definitely want to get some points.
Timeout on the play.
We're going to take a break ourselves, and when we come back, we'll see if the Jay Royals are able to finally get on the board.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're back. And Jay is trying to get back into the end zone. And when I say back, I don't mean from earlier tonight. It hadn't happened yet, but they would love to change that now. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 12. And another handoff to Grant Barrow. He's gotten the ball several times, picks up a couple.
Number 22, Grant Barrow on the carry.
2nd and 8.
Tackled by number 50, Johnny Wyndham.
And we see Johnny Wyndham as, once again, Northview's subbing some guys in and out.
Yep.
But Mr. Wyndham has been the starter, and he's had a heck of a game tonight, especially on defense with 3 sacks. He has been in that backfield all night long.
little Lionel Richie for you. I don't know if you could tell, but it was.
Could not tell.
Just trust me, it was.
I trust you. I trust you.
2nd down and 8.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and the drop snap, and he may have turned that over.
That looks like he
got it back, but boy, that was close. Woo! 3rd down now after the loss on that play. 3rd and about 10. Let's see here. Yeah.
Boy, that was almost disaster again. Look, we saw that, by the way, on the 4th down play earlier for Jay. They had a high snap, this time a low snap. Man, oh man. Now it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, third and about 11. And again, down to the 3 would give them the 1st down. So do you think Northview's thinking, let's shut them out, let's not let them get it in? They really want to do that.
Oh, yeah. Anytime a defense can get a shutout, it's just a chip on your shoulder right there. It's one of those marks on your belt. It's a helmet sticker. You get these. You see these guys got some helmet stickers. You get one of those for a shutout. Plus, you get to feel pretty darn good when you're going around in between Northview and Jay right there.
Got a couple of flags here. Not sure. It might have been a delay of game. We'll see.
Dead ball. Delay game offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
So Jay going the wrong way with it now after the low snap drop, and now this penalty. It's going to make it 3rd and about 16. And again, they have to get down to the 3 to get that 1st down. And it's getting harder and harder to score, Jeff. They're doing it to themselves again.
Yep. This has been the night for Jay. They've had opportunities, and they have not found a way to put it all together. Just unfortunate penalties, turnovers, things like that. It has spelled disaster tonight.
Throw it right over the middle there, and it's a big play.
Catch.
Great play, great catch. I don't think it's a touchdown, but I do think it's a long 1st down on 3rd and long. And Jay converts there.
The old tight end seam right down the middle of the field. Play action, boom. Mr. Luke Gandy. Watch this. Perfection. A little late on the play action, but hey, throw it up to your tight end, let him go get it. I think it caught Northview by surprise.
Yeah, down to about the 2-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Big moment there for Jay. They needed that. And a high snap now.
Oh, my goodness.
And I think they get it back again.
Yeah,
wow,
Jay
right through Burkett's hands.
And what this is, by the way, when you look at these snaps, obviously on 4th down, and then you're talking about right there at the goal line, Northview's bringing the blitz. You see the 2 linebackers filling the A and B gap, and what it is the nose guard right there, nose tackle. He's right ahead on the head of the center. And so the center's got to worry about that guy head up him because guess what? As soon as he snaps the football, he's getting smashed, and you see him right there, and boy, it's just unfortunate he's got a high snap.
So lucky to get it back, though.
Yes, absolutely.
So from 1st and goal at the 1, it's going to be 2nd and goal now from about the 7. And man, oh man, I tell you, Jay's just having a hard time converting. They get so close. Here's Solomon.
Uh-oh.
Ransom going to get the edge. Not able to score, though, down to about the 3, and it'll be 3rd and goal from right there.
And you can go ahead and bet that, Jay, this is 4-down territory.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Understand you don't have to get a touchdown on this play, but you want to get closer. Great broken tackle right there. And Solomon Ransom, he is a handful.
So he gets down to the 5. I thought he got to the 3, but they mark it at the 5, so it's 3rd and goal from there. And like you said, every reason to believe that if they don't get it here, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Interesting to see how Jay, remember that play action pass to the tight end over the middle? Boy, that looked good. Do we see that again? Because they obviously Northview looking, they're probably thinking the same thing. It's 4-down territory. Maybe look and run here.
It is going to be a pass, and it was nearly picked off. It's going to be a loss for sure. And that's going to make it 4th and goal from the 15-yard line. Wow.
Keyshawn Breedlove coming in right there with the big play, the senior. And, boy, they're lucky that wasn't 6 the other way. As you saw the hesitation, look, right there. No. Don't throw it, young man. If he beats the block, you're always taught, throw it at his feet. Either throw it at his feet or throw it over his head. Do not chance that right there.
The forward progress marks it down at the 11. He went down at about the 14 or 15, but he got to the 11, and that's where they've marked it here. So that's going to be 4th and goal from the 11-yard line.
Well, right here, if you're Northview, watch the tight end pop again. Luke Gandy, number 30 right there. Looks like Jay's just going to take this to the 4th quarter.
Yep, that's how things will start in the 4th quarter on a 4th down and goal for the Royals, who have had their best chance to get into the end zone tonight, and we'll see if they're able to do it when we come back, the last quarter of the season on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're back live on Friday Night Rivals from Hill Kelly Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. I'm glad you are with us. And if you're a Northview fan, you're having a great night. But it's 4th down and goal now. Jay's got their chance to get on the end zone. They're going to throw to the end zone here, and could have been picked off. It wasn't, so it will be a turnover on downs. And Jeff, it happens again. Jay gets so close and comes away with no points.
Watch this great job again. Keyshawn Breedlove on the play before this, breaking that pass play up, and almost gets 2 picks right there. And you look at it, boy, I tell you what, it's unfortunate for Jay because they have battled on offense all night long. But you know what? Northview stepped up when they needed to on defense, so you got to tip your cap. But boy, Coach Kersey's going to go back to the film room with these guys, and they're going to kick themselves for the opportunities.
Listen, here a moment ago, they had it 1st and goal from the 1, come away from nothing. With nothing, rather. And by the way, if you are just joining us and you see that score, the clock is running. Team's up more than 35, and that goes to a running clock. So it's not going to stop, which means this will be a very quick quarter and quick work of that effort. So nothing doing there. And,
great tackle by Logan Murray.
Jamarcus Jefferson, the running back, who's had a heck of a night, but loses there. Mr. Murray able to get him. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 15. It's a big loss there.
Yeah, and I got some scores for our Northwest Florida State College sports desk up here.
It's a big night. We got at least a play-in game. That's exciting.
Well, Milton and Booker T. Washington in a play-in game to get in the first round of the playoffs. Milton's up 13-8 right now in the 2nd quarter. Speaking of the Baker Gators, it's 26-7 over Port St. Joe at halftime right now.
Here's Jefferson again, and he does pick up. Oh, it looks like a fun. What?
Oh, hang on to that football,
What did
man.
I miss? I
don't know.
I guess he just started spinning. I thought he went down. Then I see people go crazy. I said, uh-oh, show me what I missed.
Boy, I hate when running backs don't cover it with 2 hands when you're running through a bunch of tacklers right there. Watch out, young man. I know you think you're that strong. All it takes is somebody to punch it out, and that would be a tremendous turnover.
And I saw what I did. The Jefferson runs into his own guy. The other one went down, and I thought it was him that went down. So, cool. 3rd and 9 here.
By the way, a couple other scores. Niceville's up 28-0 at half over Pace, and Escambia's up 10-0 over Pensacola.
Northview's up 41-0 over Jay. On 3rd and 9.
Beautiful call.
Odom's going to keep it himself here.
Uh-oh.
Just going to run out of bounds and maybe gets a yard. So deep in their own territory now, 4th down and 9. And I think we will very likely see the punting unit here come onto the field.
That'd be a safe bet. And obviously running out of bounds does not stop the clock because we have a running clock. So although I was getting ready to be mad at him for stopping the clock here, being big, I was
why
like,
are you doing that?
All right, never mind.
No, the clock doesn't stop, Your point is valid. It's like we've said this a few times. Whenever we've had this situation, you do want it to end. It's like the game's over. Let's just have no one get hurt, and let's just get this thing done. And it's not a situation of, oh well, it is their last game of the year because everybody makes the playoffs, so everybody's moving on.
That's still wild to me thinking about that. Everybody makes the playoffs this year.
Here's the punt. And,
she's a wobbler.
That was Jefferson again. He does everything. He's had a scoop and score punt block touchdown. He's had a long reception touchdown. He's had a long run. He is the extra point kicker early on in the game. He wasn't able to convert those, but he also punts. You want to talk about a guy who gets it done. What a night.
I told you. That's why a guy like him is so crucial, because if you lose him, you lose 4 different players.
Right.
And he does it all for you.
Well, let's hope they don't lose him. He's been awesome. And by the way, of course, Jaden Jackson, the tremendously talented runner for Northview High School. A huge night, was great in the first half, but Jeff, as you pointed out 15 or 20 minutes ago, he's been on the sidelines with his helmet off. His night is done because, why risk anything? He's too good. Got to protect him.
Yeah, he's got about probably 15 carries tonight, and they were tough carries. So he's got his work in. And, look, I think Jay did a good job against him, by the way. Remember last time, we said the last time these two guys faced, 12 carries, 347 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Jay made him earn those yards tonight.
Yeah, he didn't have anything like that tonight for sure. Good night, though. He was very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
There's Solomon Ransom, who tries to get the edge. He's able to do so and picks up first down from Pensacola State College. That's just enough. A pickup of about 11 down to the 38-yard line.
Great job for Northview to recover, because I thought Ransom was about to get around the end right there. Let's see, was this number 15 hanging on for dear life?
Solomon Ransom's terrific. You talked about him, too, off the top. And obviously, it's going to be a losing effort tonight, but he's been fun to watch.
He really has. He is a great running back for Jay and a guy to build around. And look, they go back to this wishbone. They've had some success tonight in the wishbone formation. Little off tackle.
Big hole, and looks like
There he
Jay
goes.
finally gets on the board. That, of course, is Bryce Stout, and sure enough, the Royals get the big hole up the middle. It's an Ascend Performance touchdown, and that's good to see.
A little bit of misdirection. Hey, great job. And look, that's stuff you build off going to next week. You're down 41-0, still out here fighting. Look, a great job blocking
Huge
up front. Boy, that
hole.
was a
Wow.
tremendous job by the offensive line. And Bryce Stout does the rest. Digging the hair, by the way.
Yeah, looks good.
God, man, I wish I could do stuff like that.
Toby Mandel on now for the extra point. His first chance at an extra point tonight as the clock continues to run. Kick is up.
Beautiful kick.
Yeah, absolutely. It's up and good. And that makes it 41-7. So good for Jay. They get on the board. It'll be Northview's ball receiving the kickoff when we come back on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're back live at late here. What time is it? 8:57, so just before 9 o'clock.
Before our bedtime.
Jay does get on the board moments ago. Nice play there, run up the middle, able to score the touchdown. It's not going to mean a whole lot other than a morale booster and that they don't get shut out, but maybe something to build off of for next week. And the clock will start rolling again. It did stop during the commercial break, but we're back at it now, so it's just going to keep on ticking.
Keep on keeping on.
That's a great kickoff over the head.
Oh, look at Caden Odom back there, the quarterback.
Yeah. And he's just going to go
Smart.
down. Sure was smart. I'll tell you what, though, for a quarterback, that's a great over-the-shoulder catch.
He's an athlete.
Yeah.
There you go. No, I think, look, and we talked about it during the break. Obviously, Jack in the booth, got to give him a shout-out with the wishbone there, as he used to run it himself. But Jay's got something going with that wishbone, something to build off next week as you're going against a team in Baker that wants to run the football as well. And they're going to have to do the same game plan, trying to limit the possessions. We heard Coach Kersey talk about it. You're going to want to keep the ball away from Joe Brunson for Baker. So they may have found the sweet spot there on offense for him.
All right, so here we go. No surprise there. Jamarcus Jefferson gets the call and maybe gets a yard. Not a whole lot.
Interesting to see how long Jefferson stays in this ball game, because a guy that does it all for you like that, I expect them to rotate him out.
It's like, get him.
Yeah, you look at him, it's like he might be grabbing where the sun don't shine there. Look, sometimes it happens during football. Guy goes and reach in for a tackle, and he gets a little more than what he thought. No, does not feel good. By the way, it's one of those things. If you ever jump on the pile and you're at the bottom of the pile, there are no rules at the bottom of the pile. Trust me, I've caught
sounds
that
like a bumper
fumble snap
sticker.
before. I learned not to fumble snaps for that reason.
Second down and 12 here after the loss. Noted kickoff receiver Caden Odom in for quarterback. And
Jay just loading the box.
yeah.
It's Cameron Patrick on the run, the young sophomore.
So Northview's a good team. How do you like their chances heading into the playoffs?
I like them. I really do. I think this team is, look, with Jaden Jackson back there, if they can get performances from Jamarcus Jefferson and Caden Odom can throw the football just enough. Because, look, if you're one-sided, you're going to have to be able to throw the football at some point. You're going to have to be able to get the ball to somebody else other than Jaden Jackson, because as talented as he is, somebody can stop him. They'll load the box and find a way. So I really do. And I like this defensive line for Northview as well. Boy, they are a fun bunch to watch go after the quarterback.
All right, third down and 12. It's going to be another run and nothing doing there. So Jay's able to come out and get a nice little stop here. They'll get the ball back coming off the big touchdown. They're going to see if they can maybe get another one here before the game ends. And it won't be long before this game ends, because that clock continues to run with a huge lead.
Yep, under 3 minutes now. And for Jay, look, you would love to score again. You're going to get pretty good field position.
Right.
And, hey, you know what? At this point, like we said, it's about pride. It's still a rivalry game, and obviously things are a little bit different with the playoffs next week, so you got to be careful. Coach Kersey saying they're banged up, so he doesn't want to get anybody injured. But talking to him, I thought it was so funny. I was like, so we're going to see you rotate some players out? He said, what you see is what you get.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
So we're banged up. It's Cody Gavin back at the 45-yard line here to receive this punt. Ooh, nearly
almost.
blocked. Sure was. Ooh,
Oh,
great
he
bounce.
oh, my goodness.
Just a terrific bounce and turns into be a great punt.
Yes, absolutely
All the way
amazing
back
punt.
at the 40-yard line. So that is where Jay will take over. I think they were hoping for better field position than that, but just a tremendous low bounce. And it became a tough play for Cody there, so he wasn't able to pick it up.
So obviously up here in our Northwest Florida State College sports desk, Milton and Booker T has now gone to half. Booker T Washington right there. They're down 13-8 to the Milton Panthers. Baker's up 32-7 in the fourth quarter over a really good Port St. Joe team. Escambia has now extended their lead over PHS 17-0 in the third quarter. And how about this one right here? Gulf Breeze and Tate. Gulf Breeze is up at half 21-9.
Okay. So at the 40-yard line with a minute 35 to go, not going to be too surprised if Jay doesn't try to do much of anything here and just runs it a couple of times to end this game. We'll see.
That's about all she wrote here.
Yeah. Jason Burkett is still out there, and there's Solomon Ransom, who does have a hole and a nice play. And that's a Pensacola State College 1st and 10 crossing midfield, so a nice gainer there of about 12.
Yeah, we've seen Solomon Ransom show shades right here. Pretty good back. And great job blocking up front, creating the hole there for him to run. And boy, you see why this young man came into the game with over 700 yards rushing. He is a good-looking young man.
All right, so as we said, it's a 1st and 10 here. Under a minute to go in the game. 41-7. Big night for Northview.
Oh, hang
Burkett's
on.
going to keep it himself there. A little bit of confusion there. He does the best he can with what he had on that one and does end up picking up a couple, so it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Stephen O'Leary right there on the tackle, the junior for Northview.
With the game clock at 30 and the play clock at 32, they actually do not have to run a play. We'll see if they do, or if that may have been the final play of the game.
Looks like they're calling everybody over here, so this will probably be it.
I think this is going to do it. So a great night for the Northview Chiefs. We knew that early on. It was under 3 minutes in the game when they got that blocked punt and ran it for the touchdown. That was Jefferson, and he just ended up having a huge night. As the clock keeps ticking down, the final score is going to be 41-7. A big win for Northview as they move now to 6-1. So you know the drill. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, it's the play of the game, it's the player of the game, and of course, it's also the trophy presentation. Stay with us.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Friday Night Rivals, presented by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We are live and back. The game is over. It was a big night for the Northview Chiefs. They were leading big at the half. They just continue to roll, and they win this thing 41-7. And, of course, as you know, we always talk to the winning coach, and we've got him right now. That's Wes Summerford, head coach for Northview. Coach, right off the bat, congratulations on a big win. You guys look great tonight.
Yeah. We seem to be hitting on all cylinders, and that's something we preach to our guys all week. And not only the first string, but the second string did a good job of representing our program. And I told them that's a big thing for this week, is we represent Northview the right way.
Coach, you guys moved to 6-1. Obviously, that's a very good record heading into the playoffs, but only 7 games is not the norm as you would head into the playoffs. Usually you'd have a few more games under your belt. Have you felt that? Is that something that you notice, or do you think you know your team well enough after 7 games to feel good about where you're going?
I'm telling you, early on, it was just that we had a late start to the season, and with the situation being how it is. But I'm telling you, these last 3 weeks, we've really turned a corner. Our guys are practicing well. You can tell that we've turned a corner, and we're firing on all cylinders.
No doubt, you looked real good. And, Coach, the last thing I'll say is I'm sure you know that last night we had your brother's team at West Florida Tech on Friday Night Rivals. Right. They got away with a win, and I was hopeful for you tonight because it would have been an awkward Thanksgiving if he gets the win and you get the loss.
Yeah, that sure would have been a talk over the table for sure, talk over the turkey or whatever.
Exactly. Well, it didn't work out that way because you guys look darn good. And at this moment in time, it's time to present you with the trophy. Congratulations.
Awesome. Here we go.
Well done.
Nice job, boys.
The Northview Chiefs get the big win over their rival, the Jay Royals. Final score 41-7. So we move on to a couple of other things. Of course, we've got our player of the game. We've got our play of the game. And we want to do that now. We're going to start with the player of the game presented by Hill Kelly Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram. And this was a big night for this guy, Jeff.
Yeah, this is Jamarcus Jefferson with returning the scoop and score. I tell you what, that's how the night began for Jay. And it was more of the same. And you look right here, the player of the game. It's well-deserved. We were going to give it to Jaden Jackson.
Right.
But Jamarcus Jefferson just took over this game.
He was awesome.
Offense, defense, special teams, he did it all. And, boy, he's a good looking back. So, hey, how about the Closets by Design play of the game? Well, how about this? You're going to like this one. You may know who this guy is, by the way. Oh, it's Jamarcus Jefferson again. How about that? Boy, oh, boy, look at this. Break a tackle, and he's off to the races. Like I said, he's not the fastest young man, but you don't want to get in his way. Look at this look right here. Beautiful pass over the middle by Caden Odom on the post pattern. Look at a high step through the tackle. That young man has gone to the house for 6 points for the Chiefs.
That was late in the first half, and if there was any doubt before that play, that most definitely sealed the deal. So congratulations to Jamarcus Jefferson, who not only is named the player of the game and well-deserved, but also gets the play of the game. So a big night for Northview. They win it 41-7. A big night for us, a big season for us. It is over, of course, here on Prep Football Final. It's not over there tonight. Right after the news, you've got Dan Shugart and Steve Nissom, and they're going to bring you all the highlights from all the games. And every week on this show, it matters. But maybe tonight more than most, not only do we have a play-in game, the highlights there from Milton and Washington, but so many other games that will matter as we talk about the playoffs coming right up. So don't forget about that. And my guess is if you're watching us, you're not going to forget about that. Check out Dan and Steve tonight, 11 o'clock on Prep Football Final. Usually at this moment in time, Jeff, we would tell people who we have next week, but that's not the case. This is our final game. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you, my friend, and looking forward to doing it again next year. Congrats to our entire crew here at Friday Night Rivals, and thank you all so much for watching. It sure does mean a lot to us. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next year on Friday Night Rivals.